Scientists who are critical of creationists sometimes state that a creationist could not possibly do good research. Some of us know from decades of experience that that's not true. And I'm going to describe to you several research projects that were done from a biblical worldview. And each one of these projects resulted in publications in standard scientific research journals. The first project was a study of Yellowstone fossil forests in Yellowstone Park. Exposed in the hillsides in Yellowstone Park, there are abundant fossil logs and stumps, which appeared like they grew in place, one forest on top of another, requiring much more time than the biblical time frame. But research indicated that the trees didn't grow where they were fossilized. They grew somewhere else and were transported into their current place by water. Another project was a study of fossil whales in Peru. Research indicated that it did not take millions of years for the whales to be buried and preserved. The burial and preservation had to happen rapidly for them to be well preserved. Another study was on fossil animal trackways in the Coconino Sandstone. Most geologists believe the Permian Coconino Sandstone was formed by wind-deposited desert sand dunes, and the animals walked on the dunes. But research evidence indicated that the tracks must have been made underwater. The Eocene Bridger Formation in Wyoming has a very large number of fossil turtles. So how long did it take to bury and preserve these many thousands of fossil turtles? The turtles, it turns out, were killed and buried in catastrophic mass mortalities resulting from volcanoes. The Cambrian Tapete Sandstone in the Grand Canyon is the lowest Cambrian formation in the Grand Canyon, and this has been interpreted as accumulating very slowly over millions of years in shallow water along an ocean shore. But research has indicated that it must have accumulated in deep water, at least 800 feet deep, and it could have occurred rapidly. The next research project is on fossilized water currents, which are also called paleocurrents. A conventional millions of years paradigm would not predict that collecting directions of water currents from the rocks will yield useful data. The directions will be random. But collecting over 1 million such current direction determinations shows that the current flow was quite uniform over major parts of continents, and this must have been during a global flood. These research projects illustrate that being a creationist does not prevent a person from being a successful, productive scientist. It can be argued that a creationist who does careful work can actually have an advantage in doing research.